in our first of two NARCh Pro semifinal games. This one is between the Black Ice and the Labeda Snipers, and these two teams have a long history and a great rivalry, but one that is built on respect because there is a lot of New York ties to these two teams, and a lot of these players have grown up playing against each other, and in the case of the Black Ice, looking up to some of these Labeda Snipers players like Greg Thompson and such. But some of the rosters have changed over the years, but not much. And these two teams renew this rivalry right here now. Here's Thompson with it. Thompson goes down in the corner, trying to take it away from Pascali. Pascali gets banked off the puck. DiMartino and Thompson came together. Here comes Gerger. Gerger and Tiffenworth back the other way. And look at the back check there by Combs. Pascali swipes it back to DiMartino quickly. We've played just about a minute here in a scoreless hockey game. It's our first of two NARCh Pro semifinals here at the 2017 NARCh Finals in Mississauga, Ontario. We're at the Hershey Center. Jeremy Ellis bringing you live action. Here's a chance, scoring right on the back door. Chavo was wide open. Gerger found him. Let's see how it happened. You see the pass, and Gerger comes right down and finds Chavo, and he sneaks it right in past the shoulder of the goaltender Redmond, and the Black Ice are on the board first. They lead it here 1-0. These two teams played last year in a very tight game. Here's Bruce onto his stick. Bruce with it. Bruce working wide of the net. They try to force it back out in front. It's taken back by Black Ice. Calgeri's pass is intercepted there by Kramer. Kramer with the puck. Kramer had his stick lifted, still gets a shot off, and Machinsky has to make the save. Eisenhower had the nod in last night's game against Verbero, that last game of round robin. Machinsky taking the reins here come playoff time. This is Kozlow back with it for the Black Ice. Kozlow was injured yesterday, but he's back out there today, so that's good to see him back out onto the floor. Here comes Kraft. Kraft swipes it back now to Kozlow. Black Ice taking a page out of the Snipers book, get out to an early lead, then try to possess the puck. Still a lot of hockey, though, left in this one. Here's Eisenhower. Eisenhower sets the play over to Calgeri. Calgeri back to Eisenhower. Sammy steps into a shot. It goes up off the shin pads. Perhaps a foot of Tommy Bruce. He grimaced just a bit. They try to feed it out front. There's a chance there for Pascali. Coming back the other way is Hawkins. Hawkins fed it out front to Bruce. Bruce and Pascali come together. They bang away, and back the other direction now comes Pascali. Pascali with it, working one-on-one, trying to go wide on White. Knocked away there by Cavalla. Here comes Sucher off the bench and onto the floor for the first time. Sucher back to Cavalla. We've played just about 3 minutes here in the hockey game. 11:50 remaining. It's 1-0 Black Ice, joined now by Alex Morrison. And Alex, this one is shaping up to be a good one throughout, but the Snipers trail this one here early on a nice goal by Johnny Chavo. $11:15 left to go here in the first half. Black Ice on top in this hockey game, and they have the puck. DiMartino with the puck now. Circling through the neutral zone. Here comes White bearing down on him. White trying to force a turnover, and Pascali gets it off the boards. Pascali working through the center of the rink. He's watched there by Combs. Pascali goes wide on Sucher. Pascali and Redmond sprawling to make the save there. He had to be sharp as Pascali got a step on Sucher and went around him looking for goal number 2.
Yeah, if Pascali was just able to flip the puck up and over Redmond, he'd have an easy goal there. Redmond saw that it was a rough angle, just laid out, and was able to smother that puck.
It was very nearly a hooking call there on Sucher as he got beat just a bit and then got a good tie up. Don't adjust your television screens. There are 3 officials out onto the floor. During the pro playoffs, we do utilize a linesman. He is the official without the orange armband, so he is out on the floor. So 3 officials out on the floor to make sure everything remains under control here, as we have quite a hockey game. And here comes Combs. Combs fires one towards the net, never got through. Calgary with the block, and now there's another shot by Kramer, and Kramer was cruising right in front. Unique line combinations. We've seen Hawkins out there with Kramer the last couple games. Charlie Combs has been out there with Kramer on the offensive end.
Yeah, Jeremy, you were talking about that third official on the rink, and this right here is one of the big reasons that they're out there is face-offs. You allow the other 2 guys to concentrate on the job of managing the game, and that third official is there for those very important face-offs, which determine puck possession. And as we've discussed so many times over the years, puck possession is just about everything in the game of roller hockey.
Here's a big shot by Gerger that goes off the stick of Thompson. Almost hit one of our officials over in the corner, Mike Sauger. Now Kramer back the other direction with it, trying to split a defender. It's intercepted. Nice puck movement there by the Black Ice to spring Calgary the other direction. Calgary, let's see if he tries to take a shot. He thought about it. Tommy Bruce was right there in front of him. Bruce giving him a couple courtesy whacks, and it ends up on the stick of Piscali. So, Alex, it's almost as if they're a puck caddy, if you will.
In a way they are, and I don't know that they love hearing that term so much, but face-offs are such a crucial part of the game, and you see teams like these 2, Black Ice and the Snipers, really take advantage of face-offs, and you need someone strong in there that's going to be able to manage it, not let anyone cheat overly, and just make sure it's fair.
So typically your linesmen are your best puck droppers.
Fair to say.
Okay, Piscali back to live action, coming down the floor, trying to go through on Kavaya. Little back pressure there. Here's a pass right on front to Kozlo. It just went into his skates. I'm sure Chavo would like to have that pass back because he had Kozlo on the back door on a 2-on-1 look.
Yeah, that was a good play. He had PJ Kavaya kind of pinch up high, staying with a man, and the Black Ice, they rotated another man down low. I think they assumed that Kavaya would switch. He didn't, and that turned into that 2-on-1. Here
comes DiMartino. DiMartino's first shot that goes right off the backside of Kavaya. It's right there loose, and Piscali on the doorstep puts it home. Right, turning around, looking for some assistance. All the Snipers seem to be discombobulated just a bit. The puck went up. It bounced right there on the doorstep. They all look up at the big screen, and it sits right there and ends up on the stick of Piscali for the goal. Not sure what they were looking for, just more or less, hey, where was that puck at?
Yeah, as soon as you saw that replay, I think what they were expecting is that bounce. They were hoping the puck went up and over the crossbar, and that the puck was batted out with a high stick was what they were asking for. Tom Bruce especially standing right there. Tom on the wrong side, though, the crease. If he would have picked up his man, he would have been in the way, and boy, oh boy, that's good fortune there for Black Ice.
So 2-0, not a humongous lead, especially with the firepower that's out there for the Snipers with Matt White and company out on the floor. Now this time Matt White out there with Hawkins. Hawkins in the rink for the first time. So player coach Greg Thompson switching things up a little bit. And actually it looks like it's Hawkins and Combs out there. Here's a chance, and that one goes off the glove. That shot came off the stick of Eisenhower. So this is Combs out there, number 9. So they're not going to break up that White-Jack Combs combination. It's Charlie Combs out there with Hawkins now. So we'll see if those two can generate some offense. Almost 5 forwards is what they're running, with Kyle Kramer being that 5th forward for the Snipers.
Yeah, the Snipers, obviously with the puck, they look great. When they don't have the puck, they've been scrambling a little bit. They have been trying to rotate between a box and man, and it's not turned out so well for them so far.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. I don't know if you'll see a better shot this entire tournament than that rocket off the stick of Hawkins. That is just aggressive hockey. Take a look at it here. Hawkins walks right in, and he shoots it to the far side. I mean, that opening was very minuscule, and he took advantage of it, and he just rifled it right to the far side, up and over the shoulder of goaltender Mike Machinsky.
Yeah, Machinsky went down to his knees, and there was about a 3-inch opening, kind of like the Death Star and Luke Skywalker getting down, and he was able to fire it right there just above that blocker on the right side, the far side of Machinsky, and we have a hockey game, 2-1.
Well, every goalie has a weakness just like every Death Star does, and Sure, they talked about it in the pregame, where to shoot on this goaltender, Machinsky. They faced him in the past. Thompson with the puck, sends it back down low to Kavaya. Kavaya swings behind his own net with it. 2-1 our score on the goal by Hawkins to close the gap. Here comes Matt White. Matt White looking for the equalizer. White walking down, shooting, rebound right out front. Combs scores! And you just cannot contain Big 97 in front of the net. He is a man amongst boys out there when it comes to his positioning. Look at the speed of White. White takes the shot, and Combs is just right there, and he overpowers Vinny Calgeri to get the rebound and put it past the goaltender, Machinsky.
Yeah, I talked about it this morning on the podcast. Jack Combs, one of the more impressive players here in pro to me, because he is able to take two defenders with him and remain in position. He had his body square to the puck. There was that little rebound. He stayed upright, and he was able to tap the empty netter in.
So back to live action. Here comes Black Ice the other way. This is Gerger. Gerger trying to cruise through, and he's forced to send it back into his own end. As we mentioned, one of the Black Ice players not here this year. That would be Gerger's brother. So we have the younger of the two Gergers, I believe, and how they pan out.
Yep, Matt and Nate.
So Nate, the taller of the two Gerger brothers, so him not being available. Not sure what's going on with him, but we wish him well. Sure, he's probably watching this hockey game. See how his brother and his teammates are doing. Here comes Tommy Bruce with it. Bruce has a NARCh Pro Championship with the Tour Mudcats back in the day. So he has tasted from the chalice. Hawkins has one goal in the hockey game, looking for more. Up across the red line, slowly now. He's really added some elements to his game just besides that shot. Better defensive player, as well as the strength that he's added onto his frame. Here comes Charlie Combs. Combs back pass all the way to Kavaya. Here comes Hawkins. Hawkins fires it down low to Combs. Combs twists one towards the net. It goes off of DiMartino and into the corner. And they fire it all the way back down behind Redmond. Kavaya heads over to the bench as Fox picks it up for the Snipers. Fox working up the floor. His former teammate Kraft right on top of him. Tyler trying to ride him to the outside. Puck is loose right there in front. Trying to get it is Charlie Combs. He's going to have to take some lessons from his brother on positioning in front of the net. Charlie, the smaller of the two Combs boys, he's back there trying to battle away with it. He gets rode into the boards. Coming up with it is Hawkins. He was doing well back there to keep on top of the puck and bang it back to a teammate. Long shot goes high off the glass. Chavo couldn't come up with it. Instead, it ends up on Hawkins' stick. He sauces it back to Fox and heads to the bench. Matt White back out onto the floor for the Snipers.
Yeah, I think Coach Jay Muro may have a word with these guys that are on the floor now for Black Ice. We had that puck in the corner, and 3 Black Ice players in the corner with it, leaving 2 Snipers in good position, and that could have easily turned into something ugly and a goal for the Snipers. So hopefully that is noticed and corrected right away, and we get back to normal Black Ice hockey.
Here comes Matt White the other direction. This is how their offense works. White does a lot of the legwork, bringing the puck up. And when they have the puck, Jack Combs really stays down at the other end. He back checks hard, though, so he's not just a one-way player, because he back checks, and look at that. He comes up with the puck in the defensive zone, fighting off 2 Black Ice players. Gerger couldn't handle him, and he forces the turnover. But when they have the puck, Jack Combs is going to be 60, 70, 100 feet away down at the other end. But he will get on his horse and ride back hard when he's back checking defensively.
Yeah, Jack Combs, a great two-way player, but so it was such a force in front of the net, and he realizes that. Everyone else on the team realizes it. The other team realizes it, and there's really nothing they can do about it.
So with the puck behind the Snipers' net, you can't see it on the camera, but Jack Combs is posted up right in front of Mike Machinsky at this end. So Suture has it. White and Combs are talking. Now White sends Combs back and says, let's trade spots here for a second. Maybe for White to catch a little breather. Here comes Thompson the other direction. Over to Suture. Now back to Thompson. Thompson tries to make a move to the center of the rink. Thompson gets banged just a little bit by Eisenhower. White gets on his horse to pick up the loose puck. 2:20 left to go here. We are knotted up at 2 goals apiece. Here comes White. He's got a step on Eisenhower. Here comes White again, going past Pascali. Gerger tries to ride him to the outside. White sends it right in front. There's the big clapper of Greg Thompson right into the shin pads of Pascali. Here comes Billy. Billy working 1-on-3. Didn't like what he saw. Shifts directions on Sucher. Nice pass to Eisenhower, whose shot is blocked by White. Eisenhower and White come together, and Eisenhower almost got the stick up high on Matt. Now Sucher with it. 1:45 left to go, and they'll slow things down for a second as White looks to head to the bench for a change.
Yeah, you had Thompson with that clapper you were talking about he wound up for, and Black Ice realized as soon as he went into his backswing, sent 2 guys right at him and were able to get in the way. If he takes a quick little snapshot or wrist shot, maybe he's able to get that to the net there.
Well, once Gray got in that backswing, he was puck committed. He was firing that thing either way it goes. Good job of converging on that shot there. They get it up to Kramer. He's back out onto the floor for the first time in a little bit. Kramer trying to go wide on Calgary. Kramer's got a step. Machinsky was out of position, but he was able to sweep from post to post as Kramer was pushed off the puck and forced to go a little bit wider than what he expected. Bruce twists away now and back to Kavaya. Those two on the all-hair team here in the Pro Division, PJ Kavaya and Tommy Bruce. Kavaya leaves it up there for Hawkins, who drops it back to Kavaya. Was looking for the return pass. Tyler Kraft did a good job of taking the angle, and this time Kraft cuts off the swing of Hawkins. And instead, Kavaya sends it way down the rink to Kramer. Kramer in, right in front, and they score! Brandon Hawkins cruised. Calgary really let Kramer operate. He was not on him tight. Kramer had a good look. He saw Hawkins diving towards the net. And here you see what happens. The long pass, Kramer really fends it. Oh, he goes behind the back. Behind the back, what a dive there to Hawkins, who was flying down the slot and making himself available, and it's now a 3-2 lead for the Snipers.
Yeah, I recognized that the stick was down flat by Calgary, and that's where that backhand, he's completely caught out of position. Instead, if Calgary just goes right up on him and plays the body a little bit more, maybe he's able to tie him up, and that pass never happens.
Sure, Vinny's going to be thinking about that one. A late goal here to put the Snipers on top for the first time. 3-2, they lead it. They were trailing 2-0. They've stormed all the way back and now lead it 3-2. This is probably a bit more high scoring than what we expected here in this first half. 8 seconds left, 7. And I think the Snipers are going to just keep things down here in this end and let the clock run out. And they do. And that'll do it for our first 15 minutes of action. We have played one of 2 periods here, and it is the Labeda Snipers on top of the Black Ice by a score of 3-2. Second half coming up here in just a moment. Well, we're back underway, and I'm sure there were some choice words for his charges over there by head coach Jason Miro of the Black Ice, because his team went up 2-0, and now they trail it 3-2 at halftime. I'd like to thank everyone that's listening to the hockey game, including Phil Maroon, who was quick to point out that Tommy Bruce won the championship with the Snipers last year, to which I responded and was aware, however, I was mentioning he's also won it with another club.
correct. That was his first NARCh Pro Championship, I
Correct.
believe.
Correct. And it was here in Toronto,
That's correct.
2009. But
That's correct.
Phil, we appreciate all your love and support. Back the other direction now is Pascali. Pascali working around to the outside, sending it in front to Gerger. Gerger's shot deflects into the corner. Here's KJ Tiffenworth. Tiffenworth has been extremely quiet here in this hockey game. I'm sure they'd love to get his offense going.
I'd call KJ a pretty reasonable hockey player.
Definitely so. Definitely so. He is capable of getting on the board at any given time, and here he is with the puck. There's a shot that goes up high and into the netting. I've called out a couple players, including Chris Kendall of Connex, who earlier today scored a big goal. Although his team ended up losing, it was a big goal at the time. As soon as I said his name, not more than 30 seconds later, he puts one in the net. So we'll see if KJ responds to my prodding. Daniel Noy out there for the first time.
Well, something you just mentioned, though, with KJ, and he had a great scoring chance right there. And something that's just never mentioned is really good defense. And that's what Greg Thompson showed on that play. He knew where KJ was going to go with the puck, moved his body in the way, and was able to get a piece of it. Otherwise, that could have easily been a goal.
So he continues to, actually he changed, so they are making some changes, maybe doing a little bit of line matching now as Kraft comes back out there replacing Pascali. So they've got DiMartino out there with a Noy. Noy has been a member of that championship teams with Black Ice as well. He's back out there for the first time that I can recall. Here's Chavo scoring! And PJ Cavalla just was providing a screen right in front of his own goaltender. Not sure what he was doing there. That's uncharacteristic of PJ, who is one of the best defenders in the NARCh Pro Division. Take a look at this one here. As Chavo comes right down, Cavalla just standing there like a statue, and Redmond had no idea where that puck goes except behind him into the back of the net. We are tied up at 3 apiece.
Yeah, obviously, Cavalla wishes he could have that back. He threw on the brakes and stood right there, but you got to give Chavo credit. He recognized it as soon as he saw him throw on the brakes. He wasn't able to see Redmond, which means Redmond wasn't able to see him, and he saw the opening, shot it far side.
So here we come back the other direction now. Matt White. White shoots one over into the corner. That one gets deflected. This is Chavo back the other direction now with DiMartino. There's not much more of a scarier 1-2 punch in the game as Chavo pops one towards the net. Redmond this time makes the save as the shot was down low. Chavo was rode off the puck. Here comes Matt White. Matt White working one-on-one on Calgary. Calgary gets the arms around him, and the tough day at the office continues for Vinny Calgary. This time he's going to go to the box for a holding. Great call there as White picked up a step on him. And Calgary will head to the box for a minor penalty.
Yeah, pretty easy. We call that a Stevie Wonder call there. Matt White is the one that earned that. He took this extra step. He was able to get clear. Calgary really had no choice. Matt White was going to turn the corner, having a wide open shot. So not that you say, good penalty, but yeah, I'd say that was a good penalty he had to take getting beat on defense.
So power play here for the Snipers. They came back after trailing 2-0 to take a 3-2 lead, but the goal by Chavo, his second of the hockey game, has tied things up. Snipers looking to go ahead here on the power play. This is Hawkins off the post. Combs almost had a rebound. Machinsky was beat, but he was able to fake the pipe. There's a shot there by Fox. Machinsky gets a piece of that one. Comes down to Pascali. Pascali.
Wow, he's taking a chance there. He has two snipers all over him and decides to head back with it rather than fire it down.
All right, here's a chance now for DiMartino if he hurries. DiMartino can't get past Hawkins. That puck really died on the boards there. A livelier bounce, and DiMartino's going down to one-on-one, but too bad for him. It just kind of died out. Shane Fox with the puck up top. Hawkins gives it right back to him. They work it down low. White's inside and scores inside the circles. They drew the defense to the far side, quickly reversed it, and Matt White put it home. Let's see it on the replay. They go back up top, now down low to White. He walks right in as Combs kind of keeps his defender at bay, and Machinsky can't get into position to make the short side save. It's a sniper lead back on top, 4-3.
Matt White with a veteran move there. He receives the pass. It's expected that he'd one-time it. Machinsky thought he was going to one-time it. He kind of sold out for it. Matt White gave that little bit of a delay. Machinsky tried to recover, and as soon as he picked his leg up, White shot it right past him.
It's just so funny seeing a player like Matt White who can bury from every angle in the game, and then you get out to a skills competition, he doesn't know what to do. But it's just an innate sense by a goal scorer. When it comes to a game, he's just going to go out there and knock that puck in 9 out of 10 times. Here's a chance now for Tiffenworth. Tiffenworth's hard shot. I think that got all the way through to Redmond, and Redmond comes up with the save. Thompson fumbled it behind the net, but it ends up nicely on the stick of Kramer. Rink-wide pass over there to Thompson off the stick of Vaya. They'll try to run some clock now. Still lots of time remaining here in period number 2. Here comes Hawkins the other direction. Hawkins gets a step. I know he wasn't going to go too far because he had 3 Black Ice players quickly on him. Thompson sends it back to Kavaya, and he goes off and Bruce back on the floor.
I think if you asked anyone in this building that had been watching pro up until this point in the last 3 days, if this Snipers Black Ice game would have 7 goals in the first 20 minutes, there's absolutely no one here that would say, oh yeah, absolutely.
For sure, for sure. These two teams are known for this tight checking, low scoring style of play. Kramer hit the deck, they battle away, there's a couple players, and this time you see Kozlow kind of sitting back and he receives the puck, so good defensive coverage there, kind of on the sideboards there for Black Ice. You talked about that in the first half, Alex.
Yeah, I actually liked what Kramer did there too, tying up 2 black jerseys.
Chavo couldn't handle the pass, it goes off his stick. Here comes Combs back the other direction, they got a 3-on-2. Here's Bruce, Bruce tees one up, and that one just went wide of the net. White was trying to track down the rebound, he couldn't. Here comes Kraft. Kraft working one-on-one. Kraft trying to go wide on Fox. Fox muscles him off the puck momentarily, but he picks it back up. Kozlow can't make the move on Bruce, and so Anthony sends it back into his own end, and he'll head to the bench as Gergo will reset now for Black Ice.
This is one of the things that happens when you do shoot wide, though. If you're Tom Bruce, you shoot wide, it gives the puck back to Black Ice. They're able to come down for an opportunity, but they maintain puck possession here. So important.
Here comes Chavo. Chavo was trying to use the screen of Kraft in front of the net to get something off. Here's another kid that I'd like to see pick it up just a bit, and that's PJ DiMartino. He can light the lamp at any given time. He doesn't need much space, and he doesn't need much time. Machinsky out to play the rolling puck. 8:35 left to go here in period number 2. It's a 4-3 hockey game. Snipers on top of Black Ice. Here comes Chavo. Chavo's got some space. Eisenhower providing a screen. Chavo off angle shot. That one goes wide. That long rebound you talked about gives a break the other direction now to Jack Combs. Combs goes between the leg on Eisenhower. Combs has got a step shot, and it's fought off there by Machinsky. Combs gets rode into the boards by PJ DiMartino. There's a size discrepancy there, but PJ DiMartino, no slouch in his own right, as he rode the big fella into the boards hard. Puck slows down just a little bit as Sucher takes it behind his own net. 7:54 remaining here in period number 2. The Snipers are on top 4-3.
Like you mentioned earlier, we have this stretch of the floor happening. One player down next to the goalie, the other player all the way at the other end. That's Kyle Kramer standing over in front of Machinsky. Halfway through the second period, Snipers don't need a goal. They sure don't need a turnover here either.
Here comes Charlie Combs working it up across the red line. Charlie goes wide on Eisenhower, fends off the stick check. Combs faces it in towards the net, and Machinsky comes up with the save as Kramer was cruising right there. Nice job by Machinsky. Alex, all of this pomp and circumstance that we put on here made possible by some of our sponsors here at the 2017 NARCh Finals. All of those silver sponsors, including Conix and Labeda, Rocket Puck, Rink Rat, Roller Fly, Clutch Hockey, thanks to all of them. Those Labeda Snipers, part of that big sponsorship with Labeda. Here comes Thompson back the other direction now. Thompson working behind the net. Oh, what a feed to Kramer, who shot it wide. Charlie Combs on the loose puck and sending it all the way back down into his own end. Redmond dropped a stick, so he wasn't able to stop it, but Kavaya tracks it down. 6:42 left to go.
And Jeremy, don't forget about the platinum sponsors that really made things happen. Verbero, GoPro, and Grasshopper Gameware.
Tourism Toronto.
No doubt about it, eh?
There's an intercept there by Daniel Inouye. Inouye across the red line looking for some help. And Inouye is just going to send that one back in all the way into his own zone. And Inouye is going to head over to the bench. Inouye just not playing a ton out here. There's lots of firepower out on this Black Ice team. Here's a regular shift guy, and that's number 26, Gerger. Gerger's shot goes right in on the net. It's steered aside, though, before it could get through to Redmond. They tried to sauce it back to DiMartino. It goes over his stick. Under 6 minutes to go here in the second half. DiMartino with the puck. His team trailing by a score of 4-3. Here comes Gerger. Gerger's shot right on, and it's gloved there by Redmond. I'd like to thank all the people that are watching this game live right now. Continues to pick up momentum here. This is the first NARCh Pro semifinal game. It's the Labeda Snipers and the Black Ice. I know my good friend and your good friend George Collins is back in St. Louis watching this game as well. Hello, George.
George Collins. How are you doing, sir?
We miss you, buddy.
We sure do.
All right, Pascali has got the wheels rolling now. Pascali coming in, trying to make a move. Shoots one in. Kavaya stands him up nicely. Black Ice doing a good job of getting to those rebounds and getting back puck possession. Here's Kel Jerry, who's had a little bit of a rough go in this hockey game with the penalty and some of his defensive play. This time he gives it up to Pascali. Pascali up across the red line once again. Billy hasn't been able to find the back of the net for a while. He did get the goal early in the hockey game. I'm sure he would like to get number 2 here. His team trailing by a goal, under 5 minutes to play. 4:52 as the clock rolls here in period 2. Our first of 2 semifinals here. We've got RPD and Verbero coming up in our second semifinal, and that one should promise to be a good one. Either way it goes, all 4 of the teams in the semifinals have yet to lose at the 2017 NARCh Finals. Sad to think that the first loss will be their last one, Alex.
Yeah, we had 2 teams at 3-0-1, 2 teams at 4-0. A really incredible showing by these 4.
So we said anyone really had a chance to win this NARCh Pro Championship, but really it was staring at us all along. You had 4 teams undefeated, and those are your semifinalists.
Yeah, they are, but I mean, you got to be honest here. We just watched Verbero a little bit earlier and Connex in a 1-goal game. Great game. We had Palma and Black Ice. Palma was up on Black Ice 2-1 for a while until Black Ice turned it on at the end. And so it still was anyone's game.
DiMartino got a shot opportunity right off the draw, and big number 14, Greg Thompson, able to get the shin pads in front of it. They converge on it quickly. Nice job there by Shane Fox as he came through the back door on the faceoff to pick up that loose puck on the draw win by Matt White. Now Black Ice has to start thinking about creating some pressure, and this is where the Snipers can make you make mistakes. Chavo coming all the way down, standing in front of Redmond. The officials will talk to him to tell him to keep it moving. DiMartino and Combs all the way down at this end. We've got players at the entire opposite ends of the rink. That's a very unique thing here in roller hockey. Matt White started out, spins back behind the net. The officials starting to tell him to get the puck moving. They tried to get it up to Bruce. Couldn't get it there. DiMartino trying to get a step. He walks around Bruce. Here comes DiMartino down the left side. Working it in front. Shot Gerger, and that one steered aside to the corner. DiMartino right there for it on the puck for the Black Ice. They send it back up top now for Kraft. Uncharacteristic turnover there by the Snipers. Almost led to a good scoring chance. Here comes Chavo. Chavo sends one towards the net. Rebound is right there, and a good job by Shane Fox to tie up Kraft as Kraft was searching for a rebound there in front of Redmond.
And it looks like we have a timeout taken by Black Ice. Just 3 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the second half, and Coach Jay Muro decides that this is the time to draw up that play.
Well, we'll see what personnel he puts out onto the floor. You would think that Kraft, Pascali, and DiMartino will be part of it. Who will be that 4th one? Gerger seems to be getting some extended time out here in this game. Meanwhile, you got Greg Thompson and J.P. Susko really firing up his troops over there, talking to them, trying to make sure that they can hang on to things. J.P., the backup goaltender, but also a motivational speaker over there on that Snipers bench.
Yeah, JP, even though he's wearing the goalie pads there, really kind of has taken over that role of coach for Tim McManus this weekend. Greg Thompson putting his 2 cents in there when he feels he needs to, but he's letting JP have the reins.
So they'll face it off down in the corner in front of the Labeda Dasher board sticker. Troy Redmond making his way back into the net now. He had to get things readjusted, get some hydration. He's got the mask back on. He's working on the gloves. They'll make sure he's ready to go before they drop the puck. 3 minutes left, and the timeout by Black Ice has been utilized. Labeda Snipers still have a timeout at their disposal. Puck goes into the corner. The Snipers have it. Kramer fires it around the far side boards to Kavaya. Kavaya is watched by Tiffenworth and Pascali. This is Tommy Bruce. Bruce forced to bring it back into his own end. They're going to have to get possession of the puck here. Pascali up on it quickly. DiMartino extends the pressure. Kramer fires it back now to Kavaya. Kavaya definitely puts it up the boards to Bruce. It squirts free, but it comes right on the stick of Kyle Kramer. A fortuitous bounce there for the Snipers. They have it back behind their own net. Black Ice really starting to put the pressure on. These two players come together. Kramer and DiMartino were really battling. Nice job by the officials of letting those two play it out there. 2:18 left to go. You don't want to make a call that could maybe tend to affect the outcome of the game. Here comes Gerger. Gerger crosses with Pascali. Gerger gets into position, shot, and Redmond fought it off just a bit before he found it and hung on for a whistle at 2:07.
I'm interested here in who comes off the bench for Black Ice to take this face-off, because you had that last face-off with Pascali, and he tried to go this weak backhand move that Kramer wanted nothing to do with. He just threw his body right in there, was able to win it.
Oh, there was almost a hand pass. And they are going to call it a hand pass. I thought the Snipers may have got a stick on it.
It looked like it was Black Ice. It was the one that...
Well, Black Ice did glove it, but I thought that Jack Combs got a stick on it before it was touched up.
But that deflection wasn't enough. I didn't think it was possession and control, and I think that's the right thing to do and kill the play there.
So 2 minutes remaining, and with that face-off, it's taken over by the Snipers. They have it behind their own net. This is Fox with it. Fox dumps it back behind. Lots of pressure now by Pascali and Tiffenworth. Now here's a turnover. DiMartino. DiMartino with the step. Shooting. Rebound right there. It's loose out in front. It goes up high and behind the net. Pascali trying to get control of it now. They race after it. Oh, John Chavo gets really slammed down as he runs into a Sniper player. Matt White the other direction. Keep an eye on Michinski. They've got to get possession of the puck, though. 1:25 left to go. Snipers with it behind their own net. Shane Fox trying to work his way up the floor. Sees Pascali in front of him. They bunch up just a bit in the corner. They send it to the near side to Kavaya. Kavaya whacks it out towards the middle of the rink. Combs is there. DiMartino takes it away. DiMartino loses the helmet. Puck gets fired down into the corner to Chavo. Michinski trying to get out of the net. Finally, he's going to do it as Gerger gets control. We have 1 minute to play here in exciting semifinal action from the Hershey Center. Jeremy Ellis and Alex Morrison bringing it to you. This is the Black Ice with the puck. Going down low to Tiffenworth. Tiffenworth's shot goes off the crossbar, perhaps. Tiffenworth gets rode hard into the boards. They battle for it down in the sideboard. Squirts back up top to DiMartino. No, up top to Chavo. He gives it back to PJ. Down low to Tiffenworth. He controls it with the skate. 35 seconds left. Pascali tried to slide it through to Kraft, and he wasn't there in position. Back up top to DiMartino. 30 seconds remaining. Down low to KJ Tiffenworth. KJ looking. Feeds it across. Chavo. Chavo sends one in. It's blocked there by White. Another shot right in. Rebound in. No! And what a save there by Redmond. Unbelievable. Take a look at it on rebound. The shot was initially blocked. It squirted free, and it was right there on the doorstep. And Tiffenworth eyes got as big as diamonds there. He saw an empty net. Kavaya was diving across. Redmond was diving across, and we're going to get the Snipers to take their timeout with 16 ticks.
Yeah, that was a combination of Kavaya and Redmond there. Redmond with that left leg was able to get the piece of the puck, but Kavaya diving across, the shooter had that much less net to look at. And wow, talk about sacrifice. He was able to throw his face and all of his upper body at it, and these boys want to make it to the final.
They're selling out. They are selling out for sure. All of these players diving, hitting the deck, sacrificing their body. And wow, I tell you what, this is just about as exciting as a hockey game gets. I don't care where you are and what you're doing. Tune into this. We still got a semifinal left here, Alex.
Yeah, one thing I got to say here about the Snipers in this last couple of minutes, one of the dangerous things, they're trying to play keep away in their own end for the last couple of minutes of the hockey game. You make one little mistake, and there's not far to go for Black Ice to score. That just about came back to bite them, because Black Ice with that puck on their stick for the last minute, watch out. 16 seconds to go. Let's see what happens.
Huge draw here, Piscali and Combs. About the best in the business. It comes back out to the center of the rink. DiMartino's going to have to hurry. He picks up the puck with 10 seconds. They really clog the front of the net. They swing it back up to DiMartino. He's got to get something. Over to Tiffenworth. 4 seconds. 3, 2. He's got to hurry. He's got to shoot the puck. He's not going to get a shot off, and that's going to do it. And the Snipers hang on. They got all 4 of the yellow jerseys right there in between the hash marks. Tiffenworth was not sure of how much time was left, and they have the puck for the remaining 10 seconds of the hockey game, and they do not even get a shot off, Alex.
Yeah, it's strange to me. I don't know if he didn't. You can see the clock very easily from the rink here, so not sure what happened that didn't give him the awareness of how much time was left. Maybe not communication from the rink, but you know what? Congratulations to the Snipers for moving on to the NARCh Pro Final tonight at 7 o'clock.
Wow, what a seesaw affair between these two teams. Black Ice actually had a 2-0 lead in this hockey game. The Snipers go on top 3-2.
That's correct.
And then Black Ice ties it at 3, and then that late goal. And wow, what a hockey game. The Snipers are able to hang on and win this one by a score of 4-3, and that is just the first half of our 2 semifinals. We've got RPD and the Cypress coming up next, and that one should be a doozy as well.
Well, congratulations to both of these teams. Nothing to hang your head about here if you're Black Ice. They played a heck of an event, a heck of a tournament. Undefeated until the semifinal in pro. Come on. I mean, that is a legitimate hockey team, and they should be proud of everything they've done over the last 4 years, and they're still a team to watch.
So that'll do it here for the first of 2 NARCh Pro semifinals. Alex Morrison and Jeremy Ellis bring it to your final score. The Labeda Snipers 4, the Black Ice 3. Thanks for watching our first of 2 pro semifinals here on the NARCh live stream.